Hello, with a wait of a new season of Discovery phase and a new trend among some of the streamers, I decided also to play a SOD, but hardcore. With no quest gear available, no trade and no mailbox, and no grouping with just profession items and the one we find from the mobs. Some of you will say, okay bro, it's easy with runes, but reality is that Xaryu died, Mage died, Sonny died, and most importantly, Ra died. The guy who started all of this. But I'm gonna go one step further and go with the absolute worst spec out there, which is a warrior. The class with the biggest death count, with average level of 12. So I was more than ready and created my own warrior with pretty unique name, you must admit. I turned my hardcore add-on on, full key, enter the world, and begin the adventure. Boars were already waiting for another Zigzag warrior, but before I even made my first bind, boom, first victim was already dust to dusted. But okay, this is a feel we won't experience because just idiots can die in Season of Discovery. And I continue humiliating boars and scorpions and having insane amount of fun, which you could see on my face. As I was getting levels, I was ready to see what my trainer had to offer me before I leave this zone. But imagine what happened. Of course, I was broke to the bone. I cried a river, but there was a priest who cheered me up and made me come back even stronger, which made me hyped, find my damn runes, and start preparing for hardcore achievements. So I found 2 runes pretty easy and both are more or less useless. I really thought that Victory Rush rune will make a huge impact, but runes sucked very hard. This heal from this rune needed to be at least 3x stronger than this to actually be worth. I learned some new abilities, left the starting zone, and as I've been getting more abilities, also the deadlock list was bigger and bigger by the minute. With that being said, I started the worst quest surely in this zone. I had some insane clutch moments until something had to happen. The case is this wasn't really staged, but I freaking couldn't move my camera properly in water. You could see how laggy it was whenever I tried to move camera left or right. I checked my bags praying to find some heal, but it was all in vain. It was over. I made a new warrior instantly and I find out that I have to set my add-ons once again because I deleted the only character from this realm. However, I sped up starting zone and I got invite from SODcore guild which prepared me for the beach quest because now I just mustn't die because of all FFF dust to dust in the chat. That gave me the strength and I finished everything, so I headed up to Razor Hill because I needed mining and blacksmithing if I wanted to accomplish my elite hardcore quests before level 11. I was working day-night to farm the mats for blacksmithing because I just had one thing on my mind. I was so keen that I had to do things that people would kill for. But I just had to. I hope they understand that I wasted 3 hours in first 7 levels on the last character. And of course they don't, I'm just a This guy probably swear the fuck out of me, but that was the only way to survive in hardcore. However, I started smelting for hours because I already mentioned the only thing that was on my mind. Kidding, there was 2 things. This epic pants too. Okay, I continued questing and I got my Machina skull easier than ever. I killed Zalazane, took some mines in return, and smelted them. Finally, the moment has come. I made my braces, my new chest, and battle axe was next. But hold up the fucking second. I fucking didn't see that I need light ladder to make the axe. Problem with that was I can't use auction house on hardcore, so only way to obtain it was from skinning or chest, which is absurd to try. So I fucking had to drop my mining skill and go all up to Orgrimmar to learn the skinning and skin 2 freaking boars in front of Orgrimmar and come back. For the 5th time, the moment has come. This beauty is mine. This was painful to get, but like I said, I had just one thing on my mind. Okay, 3 things on my mind. However, I had 2 more things to do before I go to Undercity and Thunderbluff for my achievements. I had to farm my new 2 runes that actually make some difference in fighting, and to make my new legs. First one was Blood Frenzy, which I got from this guy, where I needed 1 hour to find him. And the other one, I didn't actually know I have to fight a guy who has 3x HP from me.
No, I need to fight.
I don't know if I should have grouped with someone for this rune since it's illegal to do so for runes, but this would be a very hard fight for a warrior. Anyway, I tried to kite him with a bleed effects and hamstring as much as I can, and I even use a quest web to keep him away while I bandage myself. And then out of nowhere, we got passed by a Guardian Angel rogue who did 1 auto attack and saved me from further pain. Still, everything was legal. I thanked the rogue, and that's how I got my Frenzied Assault rune.
This is GG, this is game over. Game over.
On my way to make my new legs, I met Guzu, who was on his priest. I didn't even know it was him, but I waved because I saw he's on Hardcore Guild too. So I finally made my rune copper legs, got runes, got copper axe, level 11, and it was time to shine. Next up is Undercity and Captain Dargol. I arrived at Undercity and gone straight to the Dargol's cave.
It's time for first achievement.
To teach him a lesson. I started pretty comfortable until 3 of them suddenly spawned at me. Of course, there is always a daze, and I instantly needed to use my quest web once again, or to waste 6 to 7 hours of play. Answer was simple: web is the way to go. I'm not a priest or a mage to farm 10 of them. Even though web wasn't enough and I needed to use one of my potions to keep me alive. When I finished this close moment, I sat and ate the apple for my quest for bonus 2 stamina buff.
Can this guy come here first?
The case is I came to Captain Dargol, but he was surrounded by 4 mobs, so I had to do it very carefully. One mistake would lead to sure death because I'm on the last floor.
Oh. Again, this guy. Come. No! Oh, I'm immune to bleed effects, man. Guy's immune. Time to strike. Easy.
The job was easier than I thought, but I cannot say I wasn't prepared for this and I was pretty cautious with the pulse. But something had to go wrong. I needed quest for achievement not to kill him. You will say, okay bro, just take it and repeat. But there goes second problem. I'm freaking level 11 with 80% experience and I cannot make it
Easy.
level 12.
I will level up on him. Of course, I'm stupid.
And pain doesn't stop here. We got third problem that comes with level 12, which means I cannot get another achievement for Arachia in Thunderbluff. But I will kill it anyway to make sure I checked everything. This guy was even easier to kill, but we have the biggest and the first real challenge out there. For the level 13, it's Gas, in the caves of Orgrimmar. This one might also be the most popular one and the one most people died from, but there is a reason behind that, so I had to lock and load myself before entering the deadly cave. I learned Overpower, Blood Rage, Shield Bash or Interrupts, and I had to buy me any shield so I can actually bash and make me a one-handed weapon. Now we're at the cave and you can see how much people died in this cave, the most in whole Durotar. Enter the cave, clear the path, and